Alrighty, now that we got that all, won't nail me for playing the intro to a song. But anyhow, guys, welcome back to another Carrabassett Valley Railroad Let's Build. I am your host, Boeing Fan 727, and welcome to the live stream. For those of you who pop up, today I'm just going to show you guys real quick the progress I've made. So we are going to jump right in. I'm also thinking, no way. Oh, I've played more than 1,000 hours. Come on, that's BS. But I did make a little progress throughout the week. Almost lost some of it last night in my haste to exit to go to bed. Yeah, almost lost that and was a little upset, but I got it back thanks to the autosave. But I think today we're gonna be ditching the town of Warren. We're gonna be heading up to Carrabassett Yard, just north of the town. I was at city, but that ain't anything close to a city. Yep. So we're gonna be heading up there, working on the yard a little bit. I might redo the yard just because I'm not happy with it. I'm really not happy with the yard. So it's I mean, it serves its purpose well. You know, it looks good, but I think I could do a little better. I think instead of having the local track and then the main storage track, pardon me, I thought it was getting a little dry. I think we're just going to connect the two. And I want to create a few more leads than I already have, so we'll do that. But first, like I said, I'll show you guys what I've done. If it would load a little quicker. I placed some power lines just to start adding that in because those are very key to having a community. Is power lines. You know, they're everywhere. You see them all the time. You know, power lines are very important. Did some more foliage placing. The tree population a little denser. Just trying to capture that main feel. You know, our forests are very dense. I did forget to put some grass, tall grass, right here on the ballast that was from the old rails. Get around to that pretty soon. What else have we done? Oh yeah, it goes to our second community where we have a new industry, which I will bring you to that. But you can see I extended Route 27 all the way up to the new town of Victoria, and we have this little propane track over here, just off the side of the main line, Northern Propane. So that's here, and I like it. So, or Northern Energy, I'm sorry. So this is all jointed rail content. I think even the tank cars are jointed rail. Yeah, this all right here is jointed rail content. So very, very nice. I love all their content. I'm gonna try and use as much of it as I can. But that comes off the main line over here, which makes this nice right turn. Comes over this train crossing right here. Leads that exit over there. But did some terrain work, trying to make a mountain. I know it's very rough and very jagged, but I'm hoping to get some foliage to cover up all the jagged edges and, you know, texture it here soon. But I built a tunnel, and it has I don't want to say a steep grade. It's about a 2 points up. No, it wasn't a 3% grade. I know that for sure, but I mean, it goes down pretty quick. I mean, it goes up from here, goes right under. You can probably see where it goes. And pops out over here. I need to rework the speed limits a little bit because I don't want trains coming out of this tunnel at 25 miles an hour or 35 miles an hour hitting this corner because it is a bit of a sharp corner if you think about it. That is kind of a little sharp. But it swings left, swings right, and then leads up to the... So I'll bring you guys back up to that. I started to place some trees in and around the warehouse facility we built last time. Trailers. I don't think I did that during the live stream. I forget specifically what I did, but so I added these truck trailers. I added those in. I have tested out the warehouse and it works perfectly. I'm very happy with how it works and whatnot, and yeah, very pleased to get some usage out of it. If I could freaking talk today. So, I don't think I did too much else. Oh yeah, I placed a big parking lot over here at the paper mill. I think it's decently sized, and I placed an administration building. Ooh, excuse me, just stretching. Oh, it feels good. I did talk to, or approach Medium to a paper mill layout that someone built. It was actually for just a model railroad, like a legitimate model railroad, not Trainz model railroad. But it was a very good looking paper mill layout, and I want to try it, possibly try and use that to rework the paper mill to get it to resemble something close to the actual, or to it doesn't look bad, but again, there are so many different tracks that go to do so many different things, and I have this, again, this one track right here because that's where everything gets dropped off. But I think for the whole, looks purpose of everything, I could drop the tracks off here, or have tracks go to that specific, industry more or less, and have it function like it needs to. And I think I can work where, I can only pick up paper products there, and it acts like, things are being added to it. So, I mean, it will always produce paper because stuff will always be there. But for the whole functionality purpose of this paper mill, I think that's what I'm going to go ahead and do is just, put a pulp track over here and put the chemicals track over here and recycle paper there. Just do it like a actual paper mill. So we'll work on that, and we'll get that done. But that's not going to be today. I'm not going to tackle the paper mill today. Maybe tonight or tomorrow, because I do want to live stream again tonight. I really need to find a better school asset because, I mean, this looks okay. It's just, yeah, it's really bugging me. I'm going to delete it because it's bugging the hell out of me. Didn't do too much. 7-Elevens are cool. But yeah, I put the main state and the American flag by the fire department. Connected up the power line so they cross the tracks in between the trees. And other than that, I didn't really do a whole bunch else. So it was kind of a slow week, honestly, if I do say so myself. But we are going to jog up here to the yard. So, for those of you who might not know, might be watching for the first time, this is Carrabassett Yard. This is the most northern yard on the American side of the border. There will be one more yard up towards Lake Mechanic, around that area. I'm thinking around. There's like a small yard up in. There was a small yard up in Lake Mechanic, but if I go over here, a second. Let me see. Yeah, so the kind of the towns around Lake Mechanic are Saint Augustine de Woburn, de Woburn. Marston, we have Nantes, Audette, Philippolis, and then kind of off further away, up looks like a Route 212 is in Du Bois and Val Racine. So I'm probably gonna put a yard. This is town. I mean, the train tracks are coming up on probably Saint Augustine de Woburn, but they're gonna swing right and head up to me. Sort of like Mechanic, Frontenac. I will probably put a yard right up in there, or put a yard just outside of Frontenac before I hit Lake Mechanic. And it'll probably be Frontenac Yard before the line heads into Lake Mechanic. So we'll probably do that. Sorry, I'm just taking a look here for a second. But yeah, so we'll probably do that. That'll be the plan. But I do want to go ahead and delete the cars for the day, or cars here at the yard, so I can start reworking the track. And no, today. Maybe later, but not today. So we'll delete these. Now, what I'm talking about is I kind of intended for this track to be here for local bound freight. All right, bye, Dylan. You know, any freight that was going to be taken to a local industry within the town of Warren would be kind of placed here. But it just kind of seems a bit silly to me to have this here and have such a small kind of up here. So what I want to do is, you know, and have longer storage tracks so we could, you know, store more on a track than we already can. Also, probably create more leads. So we can have more trains being built or broken down. And, yeah, I'll probably go from there. So, we'll do a little bit of track building today. So now I also want to delete that. Up here. These. Now I can connect, I think, these two up. So yeah, those are connected up. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. Alrighty then. So Trainz just quit. Nice. Alright, so we're actually just going to This is probably the best reaction I've ever had to a game quitting on me. Just oh so happy about that. Well, at least I didn't do anything more than delete track. But we'll ugh. Oh, and if any of you guys ever do watch these live streams later on, and you've been I wouldn't say a long-time subscriber to my channel, but you know what my channel is about, aviation related, mostly, hence the name. I did live stream X-Plane once or twice, and I mean, it was fun. I enjoyed it, but it was super laggy, really, really laggy, and it was just unenjoyable because something that should have been, you know, a 2-ish hour flight turned into a huge ordeal. I mean, it was a nightmare, honestly. So I don't want to live stream X-Plane until I get a better computer, because I don't want to sit there forever trying to do a flight when it's just lagging so hard. You know, I would love to make X-Plane live streams and videos and whatnot, but on my current machine, it's just not possible. So, but this is, and I enjoy this a whole lot more. I enjoy building for you guys and showing you guys what I do on a live platform versus, you know, creating a video and uploading it, which would probably be so much better. But I want to take you guys through a majority of the building process. Alrighty, so we're gonna try this. We'll just go play Sim Airport or something. So. Alrighty, so we'll give him take 2. Now the only other thing is trying to get these tracks to connect up aligned with each other, because they weren't meant to connect with each other originally. So that's kind of the big task right now, is to getting these tracks to connect with each other the best I can. Like I said, I think these tracks here will connect up well with these tracks right here. I'm actually going to move these in a little bit. Oh god. Which is kind of shocking, which it is, so. Or so I hope. I didn't want to go left and or right. Just look down. Yeah, no, that's good. Alrighty, so closest track to it here. Take some reworking a little bit. Track, because this track doesn't really have a place to go. Delete that. Just want to take a look and see if it gets. No, I mean it's about on par, so Got 2 of the tracks hooked up. Alrighty, so yeah, I'm gonna need to move this back down. Move you over. Right about there should. Not really feeling that. Of course, I couldn't tell you. Sorry, it's a lot of jumping around, guys. So. That's hooked up, and we need to hook up one more track. Even though I still have 2 other lines to connect all together. Alright, you guys. Don't know why I'm yawning so much. Alrighty, so maybe. Oh, nope, that is the wrong track. So there's that. We'll drag in this track. Just kind of hanging around up here. By the looks of it. Okay, yeah. So go and drag. And now we can connect that. Once I go and drag this down to it. That is going to hug the lead. Alrighty, and there it is. So I have all my tracks hooked up, and now it's just one big kind of yard almost. So the topic of leads, what I could probably do is have an extra line or two kind of parallel it. I'd have to move this crew shack back just a little bit, but we could at least have, you know, 2 or 3 leads come off. Oh, no, I didn't want to do that at all. So we'll have the leads come down here. I do want to give them just a little bit of room so you can walk. Oh, are you kidding me? Need to zoom in a little bit then. Alright, so we'll run up here. Have to move that tree and that tree. And they're not going to be huge, but I want them to connect back in before the curves, because I don't really want to play with the curves. Come back, please. Alrighty, and we'll be enough space. I will need to bring back in a little bit. Just, I don't know. I don't know. I think it looks alright. I'm sure you guys will tell me different in the comments if you don't like it, but I think it looks alright. Like I said, we'll have to move these trees for now. I'm in the wrong. Come back down, and I'll extend the line off of probably right here. Probably bring this back. Now that is a little wonky. Oh god. Uh-huh. Yeah, that is a little jagged. So we're gonna fix this too, because if not, that's gonna drive me crazy. I didn't even notice that I had screwed this up. That's why we always check our work. Still a little curvy. It's not terrible, but I wish I could hide these real quick. I did kind of want to switch these up too. Yeah, it kind of looks a little curvy, which I might keep. Just as I say, nothing's really ever perfectly straight in them, and I think I've been doing too much of that. So I might leave it. You know, the little imperfections of it. You know, kind of slowly curves off to the right. And really isn't all too perfect. So just putting down the switch stands. We'll go over here. Put down the switch. And we'll put another switch over here. And we'll zoom over to her. This curve, I think, is a little too heavy. Trying to smooth it out just a little bit so it's not too tight. I mean, it's still kind of tight up through this section right here, but it is what it is. It's kind of a tight little area. So put any signals down over here for the tracks. Just kind of let them be. Which I don't want to do. Ooh, excuse me. Yeah, I think my allergies are starting to kick in, which is no shock. I'm making a video. Or a live stream, I'm sorry. But yeah, we're definitely going to have to put some signals in here. And the cool thing was, I was watching a video a couple days ago. Someone took from Scarborough, Maine, rail fanning in the area. And I was looking just kind of at the scenery around it, trying to get some ideas and whatnot, and I looked at the signal just a little bit further up the track, and would you believe it or not, it was this style signal, and I could not believe it because I downloaded these from the jointed rail. It's the G style Trilight, um, but I downloaded it from the jointed rail because it looked nice and I liked it, but I had no idea that they used it anywhere in along the line in Maine, especially right along the main line that goes through my town, up through Scarborough and into Portland. It was just so cool to see it. Like, hey, I just randomly chose this signal style, and they use it. I don't know if they can use it everywhere along the track in Maine. I think there's a point where if you're going through my hometown of Saco, there's a point where you come down and you go under the train tracks, um, and you look up at the overpass where the train goes over, and you look at the signal there. And I believe, if I remember correctly, I have to go look again, but I think it's a. I think it's the safe train. I'm almost positive, and it's either this three. What is this? The Signal 8 interlocking. It's either this or the 06. But I think, yeah, they use a different array of signals along the track. But it was just cool at that one particular point on the track that I saw this particular signal. So just thought I'd share that with you guys. Hard. Now, I've also thought about raising the speed limit through the yard so trains staying on the main line can continue moving a little quicker, because 10 miles an hour through such a long stretch of track, it's really slow. I'm thinking I might raise or keep the main line at possibly 25 miles per hour. But if you get on different sides of the track, like if you go on this side, it's going to be probably 10, and same thing for these other siding tracks, just because I want the main line to move, but I don't want to move I don't want to move too quickly on the other ones. So I think I'm going to change the speed limit real quick, just to allow for that. I will have to go and grab these. Try and get this as close as I can without going through the sign. Alright, we'll have to move that sign just a little bit forward. There we go. Doesn't look half bad. Alright, so we got the new 25 mile per hour sign. Now, if I got trains coming down here, I don't have anything slower than 15. So we'll have to get this 10 mile per hour limit sign, which is fine. I like this one just because it's I like it because it's yellow. It kind of captures your attention, like, hey, you need to go slow. This is a slow zone. So we'll put it in here on these tracks. And these tracks will remain 10 miles per hour until they pass speed limit sign over here, which I think works out rather well. And then, of course, same deal. You get on this over here. Here. Just so if you do switch on over here, it'll be 10. And we'll do the same thing over here on the right side. 10 miles per hour. Just so it's well posted, and so it'll actually, I know I can put an invisible speed limit, so when you're train switching on this track you'll know, but I'd kind of just rather have the sign. Sign on this side. And we'll put 2 more 10-mile-per-hour boards right here. And we'll need to switch that up real quick. No. I wanted it. $10-mile-per-hour board there. We'll need one. I don't know, because you're coming off a 10-mile-an-hour zone. I already got one over here. We'll just need to put one right here. Maybe a little overkill, but I do need to run down to the other side of the yard. Go to the other limit. It's a 20. I need a 25. Don't want to do that. I'm deleting you. Oh, did it freeze? Oh, no, it didn't. So, oh, it went offline. Apparently my live stream went offline. No, it's still there. Anyway, I exited for nothing then, so. Never done that before. We'll hop back in. Sorry, my phone just said it was offline, so I just had to double check real quick. See if it was actually. Waiting for engine to start up. Well, I saved it, so that's the good part, I guess. So we're going back in there. I guess we could possibly start detailing the yard. Alrighty, yeah. Now, also, I'm not too familiar with signals, and I'm trying to learn myself, but I don't know if this is the appropriate signal to have when entering the yard. I really don't know specifically, what this signal is used for, but if any of y'all have some information on that, be appreciated, just so I can, properly use everything as it were supposed to be. So this is the yard. Just kind of a little bit now with the longer tracks. Still a bit of a mess over here, but I think it's fine. I could always move the shop so it's not as messy, I suppose, but I've always had trouble kind of having the track lead up to the shop and whatnot, so I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and move all the trains onto a track over here. I want to get them out of the way and so I don't have to listen to them. No, I didn't want that. Extend the track out here for now, and I just want to start moving the trains off of it. Zoom down into it, I guess. Ah, peace and quiet. So yeah, I think I'm going to move this shop and rework this out a little bit, just so, like I said, the shop's just not right here. kind of like to put the servicing tracks right here. And that is what we're going to do. Not what I intended to do today, but I think it needs to be done, to be honest with you guys. So we'll go ahead and get it done. So I'm going to delete pretty much a majority of these tracks. And this will be probably the third or fourth time I've revamped the yard a little bit. But this, I think, is going to be the most major overhaul of the yard. Now, what do I got up here? I got some freight cars. So we'll go ahead and delete all this for right now. And I'll keep that track back there, and I'll. So for right now, we're gonna move this. Just go over there. We'll move the servicing. Move this right. I don't want to say dead center of the yard office, but at least get it relatively close. Let's get it pretty damn close. I also had a small sanding tower. Which I'll bring over here. Kind of behind this. Kind of had these storage tanks which were being used for fuel. Probably get a couple more of these. And what I could do is put a track over here. Is move these storage tanks actually probably right here-ish, and put some track down to where you have to come drop off diesel fuel, which I think would be kind of nice. That would be kind of a cool idea. So diesel fuel has to be hauled up here to the Carrabassett Yard. No diesel fuel actually gets used by the trains, but we could say, yeah, you gotta come put some diesel fuel up here, and a little bit of diesel fuel and whatnot, so there's always a need for it. Which I might actually do that, because I like that idea. Ooh, primary school. No. Well, no. Baptist church? Yep, that's a Baptist church, alright. Definitely ain't no church from New England, to tell you what. That's what I'm used to. Henceforth, the giant steeple in the middle of Warren. So, produce size 0, because we don't want it to produce anything. Consume size, we could say just I don't want it to consume rate, we could say 60, and that's every minute, keep in mind. we'll just try and find a large number for that to be maxed out at. Okay, nope. Just to set it up for right now. The unloading process. So I'm just trying to think of how they offload it. Because I know this is a loading tower. Load. Assuming they have hoses and pipes that go down and whatnot, but and assume there's like a pump there until I figure that out. We could do that. Let's see if Joining Rail has anything we could use. It does have a car shop, which I could use. Cool. Alrighty, bulk liquid loader. No, that's a loader. I do want to see how that looks, though. Yeah, no. Cold storage warehouse. I was looking to see what that was. What else? Cold water fuel. Nope. Oh yeah, that's right. I wanted to use that. Got fuel tanks. Liquid transload depot. It's the co-op one. Skeen fuel terminal. Fuel transload sign. Oh dear God. Oh yeah, look, there's a pipe there. Well, that just might work. Other than the fact that it's freaking huge. I mean, that's really big. If it had just one fuel terminal, that's the thing, it's a terminal. Hi Chris, welcome to the live stream. How you doing today? Just trying to think. That's just really big. I don't think I want to use that, but it's just kind of what I want to use. Yeah. Sorry if you could hear that in the background. That is my girlfriend's mom. I am in the basement today. Transload depot. Let me take one more look at that again. Oh god. Alright, let me take a little more look at it again. Yeah, no, it says co-op on it, and I don't really care for it to say that. A second CSX SD40-2 and 2 more CPG Vos. I don't know what I've seen lately. On my way to work, I go over this. I go over tons of train tracks. Right by Madison Yard here in Madison County, Illinois. I've seen some Illinois terminal. I think it was the GP9s, or what the hell were they? I have them here. 7s. Seen some of their GP7s, I think. I don't know. I was doing 70 on the highway, so I really couldn't tell you what they were. Kind of the heavy haulers, you know, CSX. Not CSX. Norfolk Southern. Union Pacific. They're, what the heck are they? The EMDs, I think they are. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, like the SD70s and the... Didn't see any... Did I see BNSF the other day? I think I saw BNSF the other day. Just kind of seen, you know, their... Other than that, I've been at the airport all week, so I haven't really seen too many trains. Although, from Terminal 2 at Lambert, if you look out towards the northwest, right in between Boeing and the Trans-State Airlines hangars, there's some train tracks just off behind the runway that go over Lindbergh. I think it is. But, yeah, usually see some auto racks or coal trains or some container cars go by, but it's usually BNSF. I think it's just usually BNSF that goes up that line, so I haven't really seen too many Union Pacific. I think they're on the other side of town, and then going to work up 170. I go right past Boeing where they build the fighter jets, which is really cool because at my work I get to see the fighter jets test fly, which is wicked. Yeah, I've seen some Norfolk Southern boxcars that are kind of in the Boeing facility, so I assume Norfolk Southern services Boeing. But as for right now, I am trying to find something. I mean, that Skeen fuel terminal is kind of what I want, but those really huge fuel tanks, it's like, I might just have to say we'll go ahead and use those just because it's what I'm looking for. It's just I don't want all those large fuel tanks. I mean, hell, we could just do with 2 and call it good, but I guess we're gonna get 4. So we'll have to use 4. So 2 NS, GP40-2s, ES44DCs, 1 ST70 ACE. I'll say I know what I'm looking at in terms of trains. It's just I don't memorize most of the names like I do with aircraft because I love trains and whatnot. It's just most of the time I couldn't tell you what I'm looking at. More often than not, it's like, oh yeah, I'm looking at a Norfolk Southern, or oh yeah, I'm looking at a da-da-da-da-da, and it's like, what am I specifically looking at? I don't know. It's not like me with aircraft where it's like, oh yeah, that's a Delta Airlines Boeing 717-200, that X-Air train and whatnot, or so on and so forth. But you know, to each his own. I don't know why it does that. I don't want to say they all look alike. You know, I'm sure there are very distinct differences, but I don't know them well enough to know to be like, oh yeah, that's an SD40, and oh yeah, that's a GP40. I really don't know what the difference is between the SD40 and the GP40, other than who built it. You know, it's just, that's what kind of gets me in terms of, you know, what's what. And hey, not a problem. I mean, I always look at the comments. I look at the live. I look at the chat. And, you know, I try to keep in, you know, I try to keep talking to you guys, because the whole point of you guys coming to this live stream is, you know, to want to watch and see what I'm doing, but at the same time, to also talk with me and communicate with me. Well, at least I hope you are. Not blame you if you weren't, but at the same time. Alright, there we go. Car shop. That's kind of what I'm looking for. Not kind of, that is what I'm looking for. So that means I can go ahead and delete that other kind of car shop. Oh, sorry. I'm a little out of it today. It's my first day off. I wouldn't say in a while, but this week did drag by, and I am uber tired, so I'm probably missing a lot of things today that I shouldn't, and my phone's on 10%. Isn't that nice? I think I'll go until this thing gets on about 5%. And then I'm going to go, because I do have a date tonight with my girlfriend. It's date night, so that is very important. I actually kind of want to make this a part of the car repair shop. So we'll move this. Move these guys over. I ain't going anywhere right now, Chris. I mean, I'm going somewhere. I'll probably be leaving in a little bit, but no, I ain't going anywhere right now. It'll be a while, or like I said, until once my phone hits 5%. I'm actually thinking about streaming later tonight when I get back. And if not, I do have tomorrow off, actually a paid day off, which is always nice. I'll not allow height change. Well, is that so? We'll just have to do that. Anywhere? But, yeah, I'll probably be streaming a little bit later tonight. If not, I'll definitely be streaming tomorrow, because I really don't have anything going on. So I will hopefully see you later, Chris. Thank you for popping by, and I'll talk to y'all later. Or I'll talk to you later anyways. Alrighty, so we'll drag this up through. I'll actually keep dragging it out. We'll make this kind of come along this way. Actually, we'll kind of pull this. We'll pull this over. And we'll lower it now, because now it wants to play nice. So and we'll take the track and we'll drag it in like so. Or one thing I could do is have it turn cross. So I think for simplicity's sake, and so we don't block anything. Ouch. Now my only question is, can tank cars fit through here? Oh yeah. I mean, I figure if a locomotive can, then I'm assuming a tank car can, but just wanted to make sure. So yeah, this will be our rather large fuel storage facility. Like I said, if I could just get rid of 2 of those tanks, or heck, even... Well, I mean, there are a fair bit of engines up here, but I still think this is just too big for the size of the yard we have and the movement we have, but it is what it is. So I guess it also depends on how fuel efficient our trains. I'm assuming they're not in. They have to be. I'm sure they would have to be somewhat efficient, considering, you know, all the weight they haul or how heavy they can be. But what's the fuel economy of a freight train? I mean, that's just something I've never really taken into consideration, is how many miles to the gallon does a train get? You know, I wouldn't assume that's something we all think about all the time. Like, how fuel efficient is a diesel locomotive? Who asks those kind of questions? Well, me. Yeah, how fuel efficient is a train? I don't know if any of you know, but I'm sure a quick Google search can answer it for me, but I'm going to let you guys answer that. If you guys know how many miles to the gallon or how fuel efficient is a freight train, you know, for just this sake, since they're more prominent on my line, how fuel efficient is what is it, the GP40-2? And that's GE, Jaden. Yeah, how fuel efficient is it? How many gallons of fuel can it hold? You know, I just want to know, because I'm kind of curious to find out now how... Well, I think you guys kind of get the gist of what I'm doing here. I might move this car shop here. I probably won't. Probably actually going to put it on the Y. Or actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this fuel tank track, or this fuel tank storage facility up here, because I want to put a Y in, because I have no way to turn my trains around. On that Y, the Y will lead transload depot, the thing where we store the diesel fuel. I'm going to put the engine maintenance facility here, close. I'll put the car shop probably on the other side right here, closer to the main line. Then we'll have some, you know, kind of tracks where the trains will park and whatnot. And then I'll have the Y up back here as it goes up towards the fuel storage facility. But I think that's all I have the time for right now. So this is part number 4 of Let's Build Carrabassett Valley Railroad. I will be doing part 4.1 later. Just because I want to live stream again later because I didn't get a whole lot done now. But I do appreciate you guys for watching this. I know it was kind of a slow episode, but sorry, it's auto-saving. So in case Trainz decides to quit again. But I do appreciate you guys for watching. I hope this, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this inspires you to build, your own railroad. I hope it inspires you to do something. I don't think I have anything else to say, which is a shock. So I appreciate you guys for watching. Please comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll continue to talk as we exit out. Do our long little process, and I promise you, unlike last week, I will actually fully close the live stream versus leaving it running for 2 or so hours. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I will talk to you all later on part 4.1 of Let's Build Carrabassett Valley Railroad. As always, I am your host, Boeing Fan 727, saying thank you, and hope you all have a great day.